everybody, and welcome to the map guide for this week's Trials map, which is Floating Gardens. And my main advice would be, if you're not too bothered about Trials loot, just don't play this week. Save yourself the hassle. It is not a good or fun map for Trials. It's not a good map for Trials. It's not a fun map for Trials. But I will give you guys all the possible advice that I possibly can from playing this map quite a lot over Friday and also a little bit of Saturday. So first, let's start by talking about the spawns, beginning with the alpha spawn. Now, I personally believe that this is the better spawn for Floating Gardens because it allows you to get to the very top of those stairs where all of the action is quicker than Bravo side. Just from my playing of the game, I definitely feel like it is easier for Alpha to get to the top before Bravo does. Now, this is a huge deal. It is a really big deal because all of the action basically takes place at this top location. The cap point is up here, the heavy ammo is up here. The rest of the map is kind of not used. The only time that people really use it is when they're in a 1v3 or they're trying to flank someone or something, but most of the time all of the action is in this one spot right here, and Alpha has a better way of getting there. Now, my biggest advice for starting on either side is to just throw all of your grenades to the other side as fast as possible to push them out of the power position, because the power position is definitely up top where the cap point is. If you hold that down, it is very difficult for the other team to come and take that away from you. Now, talking about the Bravo spawn, I'm not necessarily going to talk about the spawn in general because they are very similar. You're both aiming to get to the top spot, but I will say that with Bravo, you are a little bit more likely to lose out on that power position up top. It really depends on your grenades. Warlocks with Axiom bolts are really good. I got super frustrated on Friday and decided that I was just going to bring out the maximum cheese, so I played my Voidwalker with double Axiom bolts using the Memory of Fellwinter artifact, and yeah. Let's just say things were a lot easier. So if you are on Bravo side and you do end up getting beaten to that top point by Alpha, there's a few things that you can do to try and take that mid capture point. If you are playing against a team that is all about winning, they have all the patience in the entire world, it's going to be very difficult because they can just sit up there. They don't have to peek anything. It's actually very safe to just sit up there and not have to worry about grenades killing you, not worry about getting sniped. It's very easy to just sit there and not move. But the vast majority of teams, at least until you get to like 7+ wins, they will start getting a little bit impatient and start peeking some places. So if you do not get the top spawn control, at that point it's all going to be about getting picks. It's a game of relying on picks, which is not very fun because a lot of that comes down to luck, to be quite honest. Does your grenade manage to hit someone and then you can push them? Do you manage to see someone peeking and you can get a headshot on them? It all comes down to picks. Now, the one good thing / bad thing about this map is that there are tons of angles to come at people from, like tons of angles. There's a bunch on the bridge and there's a bunch each side looking up to the main kind of capture point area. So if you do find yourself in this situation where a team is holding the upper portion of the map, my best advice, as scary as this is that it's usually best to come at them from various different directions with your fire team, because if they start getting confused and they're like, oh, there's a guy over here on right side, and they all go right side to deal with that guy, you can have your team push in with your grenades, with whatever you have, to try and take back that top power position, or just hopefully take someone out of the game. And if you get somebody down, that's really good. If there's been any map that it is super important to push people when they are dead, it is this map, because it's a frustrating map, it's a slow map, it requires a ton of patience, it's not very fun to play, so you definitely want to keep people down if you get them down. Don't give them a chance to come back. Don't do it. It's bad. You don't want to play any longer than you already have to. For anyone that likes this map, I'm very sorry. I think the vast majority of people are not huge fans of this map. It's just not very fun. It's not fun. The people that do the best, or should I say the classes that are doing the best on this map, are definitely Jug Shotties and Stormcallers and Voidwalkers. I would say they are definitely the best classes for this map. Blade Dancers are also pretty good because Xur is selling Shinobu's Vow arms, which give you better tracking and just better skip grenades in general, and you also get 2 skip grenades. So like I said, taking that top power position, it's going to rely heavily on how good your grenades are as a team. If you have Axiom Bolts and you have skip grenades, you are pretty much guaranteed to take that top position. I was running double Axiom Bolts. There's nothing that people could do. Even playing against Night Stalkers, they cannot evade 2 of them because of the cooldown on their Shade Step. So the best teams that I saw on this map were definitely the Jug Shotty guys. They were just run at you, like run straight through the power position. They just ran up the stairs and just threw their grenades and shotgunned you in the face. And the Warlocks, they seem to be the most powerful. Blade Dancers coming in after those 2. I did see some really good snipers who did tremendously well, and if you have a good sniper, it's definitely worth having 1 sniper on your team and then having 2 close quarter guys. But yeah, Warlocks was definitely my easiest run on this map. Titan was my second easiest, and then Hunter was my third easiest. Of course, wombo combos are indeed very good, but I definitely had an easier time on my Warlock because my grenade just pushed people out. 2 Axiom Bolts, people can't really push through that. So that is gonna do it for the advice, I think. This map's kind of poopy. I don't really like this map. Just take control of top point. Just have that in your mind at all times. Throw all of your grenades at the beginning to push people off that top point and just hold it down and you should be fine. Let me know in the comment section if you have any further advice for this map, because I would honestly really like to know. I'm going to be playing more of this map and I would love to know some more tips because I am struggling and not having the greatest time on this map. So if you do have any further advice, please let me know in the comment section so we can share it with each other and also myself because I suck. And I'll speak to you awesome people later. Bye.